Nearly 8 decades after the Kashmir dispute began, the people of the region are still waiting to determine their own future as envisioned in UN resolutions. Against that backdrop, on August 5, 2019, India revoked Articles 370 and 35A and unveiled what it called New Kashmir. The articles recognized the special status of Indian-occupied Kashmir and protected the rights of the indigenous people, restricting land ownership by outsiders. Although these provisions had been eroded over the past few decades, they still represented, to many Kashmiris, the last constitutional recognition of Kashmir's unique identity. Before the announcement was even made, Indian-occupied Kashmir was plunged into a communications blackout. Phone lines went silent, and the internet was cut off. Even mainstream political leaders who had long collaborated with the occupation were detained, alongside pro-freedom leaders, activists, and religious figures. Thousands were arrested, and an entire population was cut off from the outside world. Jammu and Kashmir's statehood was revoked, and it was placed under direct rule from New Delhi. New laws expanded eligibility for residency certificates, and long-standing protections that had restricted ownership by outsiders were removed. Over the years that followed, journalists, human rights defenders, academics, and civil society organizations, among others, faced raids, arrests, prolonged detention, and travel restrictions. Political organizations were banned under draconian laws. Religious organizations and leaders came under increasing scrutiny. Homes, businesses, and other properties owned by Kashmiris were seized or demolished. This all prompted concerns from human rights organizations and the UN about collective punishment, due process, and the shrinking of civic space. Yet while Kashmir itself was changing, another story was being sold to the world. They were shown pristine mountains, Bollywood productions, and investment summits. Luxury tourism expanded, and travel influencers flocked to the region. All of this branded as New Kashmir. For Kashmiris, this was never about tourism. It was an attempt to reshape the world's understanding of Kashmir to replace decades of documented conflict with a carefully curated image of normalcy. These changes to residency laws, land ownership, and large-scale development projects are not about economic growth, but about altering the demographic and political character of their homeland. From the Gaukadal massacre to Kunanpishpora to the many other chapters of Kashmir's modern history, there's an ongoing effort to challenge, reinterpret, or marginalize events that are central to the collective memory of Kashmiris. Because when a people lose control of their history, they lose control of their future. August 5th was not the birth of a new Kashmir, but simply another phase in India's ongoing occupation.